So, hi guys. My name is Jacob Botkin. For those of you who do not know me, I'm a senior interpersonal communication student with a minor in organizational communication. So I'm just going to give like a brief background of what I wanted to do, my career, and then the trajectory path I hope it takes. So when I was growing up, like a lot of you guys said before, I had two pretty stereotypical things I wanted to be. I either wanted to be an NBA player or I wanted to be a musician. The NBA player was just because I liked basketball, I watched all the time on TV. I had no athletic skill though, so I had to give up on that like real early. And then I went to musician because my grandma's a musician. She taught me how to play piano, so I always like reading sheet music and that stuff. So that's kind of where I wanted to head. Fast forward to high school, I joined the Highlight newspaper, which is Carmel High School's like student newspaper or whatever, and as a reporter, as a sports reporter. So I go in there thinking I'm hot stuff, and then like the first two beat reports that we have to write, I mean, I just got shredded. I didn't fact check or anything like that of what I did. Anyway, that was my first kind of intro to communication. My dad works in communications, and so I kind of just was like, all right, I'll follow that. Fast forward to my junior year, I was the entertainment editor, which basically meant that I was in charge of like probably 5 to 6 freshman and sophomore reporters. And what I would do is take all the stories that they had and kind of put them on a spreadsheet in InDesign. So like if they had like a story on the play, like I would take it, I would make it like all graphically look good, aesthetically pleasing, and then be able to put it on our magazine. So there we go. All right. So fast forward to my freshman year at Ball State. I wanted to do something in business. I took one econ class and hated it. So I literally dropped out of it like the second day that I was there. And I switched my major to communication. So I started working at Dick's Sporting Goods. Like I've had jobs before this, but they're just not pertinent to this. I started at Dick's Sporting Goods summer 2015 because I wanted to get better at talking to people. I had to sell a lot of things. I had to sell like anything from like lacrosse balls to soccer balls to basketballs, like every single team sport I had to know and sell it to people, so that really helped me improve my interpersonal communication. Fast forward to summer 2016, I moved up to the team sports lead, which is basically like a manager without getting paid anymore. You have to come in early for meetings and leave really late, and it really sucked. Fast forward to this past summer, I interned at Dick's Sporting Goods in Pennsylvania, their main headquarters. So that gave me like a lot of corporate experience. I learned like all sorts of stuff, like how to implement new training programs for employees. I just like shadowed a manager and walked around with them and stuff. It gave me a lot of people experience, and I learned a bunch of different management methods, like how to motivate employees, how to organize and assign employees to like the area of work that they most excel with, so you can get the most out of your employees. So, moving past that, there's me. Terrible picture, but yeah, that's when I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods. So, fast forward again to this right now. I'm currently interning in the online marketing director for the Indie Monthly magazine. My duties include I edit the entire website. I got to check all the restaurant contact info, just basically a bunch of stuff that nobody else wants to do. Call the people up, make sure that their phone number works. Review the local restaurants. Like one cool thing I get to do is go to restaurant and like try out the food. It's mostly free because I go there on behalf of the Indie Monthly, and I just like write a little blog post. And then it's also located on the Circle downtown, which I really like because I like being in the city. On this side is the radio department, and that side is where I work, and that's the magazine department, and it's on Monument Circle, which is pretty cool. My short-term career goals: get a job in the online marketing, magazine, radio business. I want to be able to like pay off my student debt, get a foot in the door of the career I want. I know I'm not going to be as high up as I really want to be, but I plan on working it that way. My long-term goals: hopefully I have a high enough salary that I don't really have to worry about money or like being able to provide for my family. I really want to become a production manager of a major magazine company. I put everything together. And I just be in charge of all the moving pieces to try to get the product out on time. And I also want to live in a downtown city. Real quick, the application of my interpersonal skills. So for online marketing, it helps me with like managing and making connections and deals with other companies. The organizational comm skills, helping managing the editors and other writers and organizing their stories, information into an aesthetically pleasing way for the website. And then for the production manager, the interpersonal comm skills help with like effective communication throughout the workplace, help create a positive environment because nobody wants to work in like an environment where nobody wants to talk to each other and communication's not very good. And then lastly, organizational comm skills would help with being able to organize, manage, and organize like being able to manage and organize large groups of employees, organize and format data from stories into your website and magazines. So that's what I'm doing right now.